Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday morning market webcast. Okay, daily chart, and you can just see us continuing to grind higher here. That 200-day exponential moving average on the continuation chart has been converted along with the round number 2700. The 200-day exponential on the front month chart is 2728, and we've been battling over it. We traded as high as 37.75 yesterday. We've come back overnight to trade as low as 24.5, but they certainly aren't turning 28 into resistance. The daily pivot today comes in that area as well. So again, I said yesterday and I said on the Instagram live, 28 is going to be a big deal. 28 is going to be a big deal. We're going to fight over it. And it's not surprising that we've been fighting over it a couple of days. We are getting a little stretched out to the upside. Doesn't mean that we're done going up, but we are a little stretched out. We've been at our bet the house level now for a few days, and that's 27.35.58 today. You can see all that on the briefing report that I've been putting out every morning to everybody. Usually that's just for subscribers, but I'm kind of putting it out there a little bit to kind of help people, see what we're about. So it's not a blind fade area. It's an area, though, where you have to start thinking if it hangs out there for a few days. I mean, yes, overbought markets stay overbought, and one of the reasons why we do well when others don't do well is we just keep buying these dips and grinding higher. So yesterday, we were long. We were long 19 overnight, then we were long 28.5. We tried to short at 29, we got paid, then we got stopped out, and then we flipped long at 30. So it ended up being an 18-handle day. So it's been a solid week. The week's goals are met, and I always like to say that on a Wednesday morning with 3 trading days left to go. So for today, let's go to the hourly chart. We got to deal with 28 again. And you can see we're starting to compress again a little bit. We compressed here, we expanded to the upside. You can see the bands coming in a little bit. So these hourly compressions, that could go on all day today. And until the bears can win one of these compression battles, meaning we expand downward instead of expanding upward, we're going to continue just to grind and grind and grind to the upside. On the upside, 43 is an area that you need to look at. I cannot take the bears seriously. The bears are not part of the conversation above 2,700 for me. Okay, I mean, you can trade it, but you can't really get committed to it, and you can't take them seriously until they take out a weekly pivot, either this week's weekly pivot or probably next week's weekly pivot, which will be what the conversation is come Monday. Where's that going to be, and can they turn it around? I mean, they had their chance on Monday to go down and test it. Tape wanted no part of it. 97 was the best they could do. Not even close to weekly pivot. The 2,700 area converts, and then we bust out of that expansion. So typically, whoever wins a weekly pivot by Wednesday noon gets the directional days for the remainder of the week. Back when we were consistently going down, I talked about this in the room yesterday during the day. Back when we were consistently going down, what the bulls were able to do, I forget which Thursday and Friday it was, they were able to reverse that trend and turn what should have been 2 directional down days into 2 directional up days. That allowed them to take the weekly pivot and instead of it being constant resistance over their heads, turn it into support. It's kind of like a really good punt in football. They call it flipping the field. The bulls were able to flip the field on the bears, and off it went, because then all they had to do the next week was just kind of hold serve at the weekly pivot, keep it as support, and head higher. So what you want to see from the bears, and you're not going to see a change in trend until you see this, you need to see the bears reverse this constant up move by a couple of big down days that flips the field with that weekly pivot and turns it into something where going into the next week, they only need to hold serve, keep whatever that number is as a resistance, and then head downward. That's how trends end, okay, on an intermediate term basis. We're not there yet. All right, everybody have a good one. We're going live at 9:20. Lots more stuff out at social. Check it out. Trade them well. Come see us. Take a trial. Talk to you soon. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.